men age, especially after turning 60, it's not uncommon for them to encounter a range of health concerns that can significantly impact their quality of life physically, emotionally, and sexually. Many men report that their bodies simply don't respond the way they used to. They may struggle to maintain erections, feel chronically fatigued, or begin avoiding intimacy altogether, not because they've lost interest, but because their bodies no longer cooperate. This physical decline can deeply affect self-esteem and lead to unnecessary emotional distance in relationships. However, the real cause of these changes isn't always just old age, as is often assumed. While aging does bring some natural shifts in hormone levels and metabolism, it's not necessarily the primary culprit. In many cases, the actual issue stems from a deficiency in 3 key vitamins. These nutrients play essential roles in maintaining blood circulation, hormone production, and energy levels, all crucial factors in male vitality and sexual health. The aim of this discussion is to highlight these 3 vital vitamins and how they can help men over 60 regain their energy, vitality, and sexual confidence. It's important to shift the narrative. Older men don't necessarily lack desire or interest. More often, they lack adequate blood flow, stamina, and hormonal support. The solution doesn't have to come in the form of pills or prescriptions. It can and should start in the kitchen. A growing body of research shows that targeted nutrition can make a profound difference. The first essential vitamin is vitamin D, sometimes called the sunshine vitamin. It's critical for testosterone production and overall hormonal balance. Without enough vitamin D, men may feel depressed, exhausted, and experience a noticeable drop in libido. The second is vitamin B12, which supports nerve function, red blood cell production, and energy metabolism. A deficiency in B12 often results in persistent fatigue and reduced physical endurance, making even simple daily tasks feel draining. Finally, vitamin E acts as a powerful antioxidant that supports cardiovascular health and blood flow, 2 vital elements for maintaining natural erectile function. When combined, these 3 vitamins can help improve circulation, stimulate natural testosterone production, and restore physical energy, leading to better performance both in daily life and in the bedroom. Yet despite their importance, many men either overlook them or take them in the wrong form or dosage. This brings us to a common but dangerous mistake: assuming all supplements are created equal. Many over-the-counter vitamin products contain low-quality ingredients, synthetic forms that the body can't absorb properly, or are paired with fillers that actually inhibit absorption. To avoid this mistake, men should prioritize food-based sources of these vitamins whenever possible. Sunlight exposure. Fatty fish, leafy greens, eggs, nuts, and seeds can naturally provide the nutrients needed for a healthy, active life after 60. If supplements are used, they should be carefully selected for quality and bioavailability. While it's easy to blame age for declining energy and performance, the real issue often lies in correctable nutritional gaps. By addressing these through a thoughtful diet and proper supplementation, men over 60 can reclaim not just their vitality, but their confidence and connection with their partners as well. For men over the age of 60, maintaining health, vitality, and sexual performance becomes increasingly challenging due to the body's natural aging process. However, much of what is commonly attributed to aging, such as decreased energy, reduced libido, and difficulties with sexual function, can often be traced back to nutritional deficiencies rather than the inevitable march of time. Among the most critical of these nutrients are 3 specific vitamins that play an essential role in male vitality: vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E. Each of these vitamins targets core aspects of health such as blood circulation, energy production, hormone regulation, and cellular protection, making them invaluable for men who want to feel youthful, energized, and confident even after turning 60. Vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, is far more than a bone health supplement for aging men. It acts as a spark plug for blood circulation and sexual function. As men get older, their levels of vitamin D tend to decline sharply, often without them realizing it. This drop can severely impact circulation, energy, and overall performance. Despite its importance, vitamin D remains one of the most overlooked nutrients when it comes to male health after 60. It plays a direct and powerful role in blood vessel function, helping them dilate and carry oxygen-rich blood throughout the body, including to the regions that define male identity and performance. A lack of vitamin can result in sluggish blood circulation, chronic fatigue, and a frustrating inability to respond to physical intimacy. In fact, more than 40% of older adults are clinically deficient in vitamin D. When levels are low, the body also struggles to produce nitric oxide, a molecule vital for increasing blood flow and enabling erections. Without it, not only does sexual performance suffer, but also overall endurance, mental clarity, and self-confidence. Fortunately, the solution is within reach. Men can improve their vitamin D levels by spending 15 to 20 minutes each morning in sunlight, incorporating fatty fish like salmon and tuna into their diets, and choosing fortified dairy products. In cases of significant deficiency, a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement is strongly recommended. When properly addressed, restoring vitamin D levels can leave men feeling more energetic, alert, and reconnected with their partners in ways they thought were long gone. The second essential vitamin for men over 60 is vitamin B12, often described as the body's energy generator. This vitamin plays a crucial role in converting food into usable energy. Without enough B12, the body cannot efficiently metabolize nutrients, leading to a persistent feeling of exhaustion that no amount of rest seems to fix. B12 is also essential for red blood cell production, which in turn ensures that oxygen is effectively delivered to muscles, the brain, and reproductive organs. When red blood cell production is compromised, everything slows down, endurance drops, concentration becomes more difficult, and emotional and physical connection with life and relationships can begin to fade. Vitamin B12 deficiency is particularly common in older men because the body's ability to absorb it from food decreases with age. Even when eating a healthy diet, many seniors still don't get enough B12 due to declining stomach acid levels, which are needed to extract B12 from food. This can result in chronic fatigue, physical weakness, and reduced mental sharpness even when all other health indicators seem normal. Replenishing B12 levels through high-quality supplements or, in more severe cases, B12 injections administered by a healthcare professional can make a profound difference. Within weeks, many men experience improved focus, greater stamina, and an invigorating sense of clarity and presence they may not have felt in years. The third vital vitamin in this trio is vitamin E, often called the fertility defender, though its benefits extend far beyond reproduction. Vitamin E is a potent antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, two key factors that accelerate aging and degrade performance in men. Men age, their bodies accumulate more oxidative stress, which damages blood vessels, lowers testosterone, and weakens sexual and physical vitality. Inflammation can stiffen blood vessels, impair circulation, and lower energy levels. This is especially detrimental when it comes to achieving and maintaining erections, which require healthy, elastic blood vessels and strong circulation. Vitamin E supports male health in several important ways. First, it helps maintain flexible blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely to all parts of the body. This is essential not only for heart health but also for sexual performance. Second, it supports testosterone production, a hormone vital not only for libido but also for mood, motivation, and overall sense of well-being. When testosterone is low, men may feel emotionally flat, less ambitious, and disconnected from their purpose. Addressing vitamin E deficiencies helps restore hormonal balance, improving both physical performance and mental outlook. Natural sources of vitamin E include almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and dark leafy greens such as spinach and Swiss chard. For those who struggle to get enough through diet alone, a high-quality, naturally sourced vitamin E supplement can fill in the gaps. The results are often transformative. Men who consistently maintain adequate vitamin E levels frequently report feeling sharper, stronger, and more engaged in life, not just sexually, but in all areas of their health and relationships. In sum, the trio of vitamin B12, and vitamin A represents a foundational cornerstone for male vitality over 60. Each vitamin addresses a different, but equally important aspect of health: circulation, energy production, and hormonal balance. When these systems are nourished and functioning well, men often rediscover a sense of energy, confidence, and intimacy that they thought was lost with youth. But perhaps the most important takeaway is this: the journey back to vitality doesn't have to start with pharmaceuticals or invasive treatments. In many cases, it begins with a simple shift in diet and supplementation by giving the body the essential nutrients it needs to function optimally. Men over 60 can reclaim their vigor, restore their performance, and reconnect deeply with the world around them. The human body is an intricately connected system where nothing works in isolation. This is especially true when it comes to nutrition and the impact of vitamins on male health over the age of 60. While vitamin B12 and each offer powerful individual benefits, their true strength lies in how they work together. When combined correctly, they don't just add their effects, they multiply them. Their coordinated action touches on three foundational pillars of male vitality: blood circulation, energy production, and hormonal support. These three elements form what can be called the vitality triangle, and maintaining their harmony becomes increasingly crucial as the body ages. Vitamin D, known for enhancing nitric oxide production, plays the key role in improving blood circulation. Nitric oxide is a molecule that helps relax blood vessels, allowing them to widen and promote better blood flow. In the male body, good circulation isn't just important for heart health, it's also essential for erectile function and stamina. By optimizing the ability of blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients, vitamin D sets the stage for better performance and increased responsiveness to physical activity and intimacy. Vitamin B12 then enters the picture to amplify these effects by boosting red blood cell production. Red blood cells are the carriers of oxygen in the body. With improved circulation from vitamin D, the newly generated red blood cells from B12 supplementation can move more freely and efficiently, delivering oxygen to muscles, the brain, and reproductive organs. This creates a powerful synergy, more oxygen being transported more effectively. The result is more energy, better endurance, and greater clarity of thought. This is particularly important for older men, whose oxygen delivery systems may have declined due to reduced blood volume or vessel flexibility. Meanwhile, vitamin E provides a protective and regulatory role. As an antioxidant, it shields the delicate linings of blood vessels from oxidative damage and inflammation, two silent but dangerous factors that intensify with age. Chronic inflammation can narrow arteries, stiffen vascular walls, and reduce the body's ability to produce testosterone naturally. Vitamin E helps maintain the elasticity of blood vessels and supports healthy hormone levels, especially testosterone, which affects not libido but also mood, motivation, and confidence. While vitamin D opens the pathway for better flow, and B12 powers up the delivery mechanism, vitamin E ensures those pathways stay clear, flexible, and hormonally optimized. Together, these three vitamins create a comprehensive system of support that directly addresses the key areas where men often struggle as they grow older: blood flow, energy levels, and testosterone are interdependent. Without proper circulation, hormones and nutrients can't reach their destinations. Without enough red blood cells or oxygen, energy production slows down. Without hormonal balance, even a strong and well-fed body can feel directionless or disconnected. When all three systems are supported simultaneously, men often experience a noticeable shift. Mornings feel more refreshing, thoughts become sharper, reactions, both physical and emotional, become quicker, and overall confidence begins to return. This combined effect becomes even more vital considering the biological realities of aging. After 60, the body's ability to absorb and utilize nutrients begins to slow, digestive efficiency decreases, stomach acid production drops, and inflammation tends to accumulate in tissues over time. Recovery times are longer, and the resilience the body once took for granted starts to fade. This means that simply eating well may no longer be enough. Strategic, consistent supplementation with high-quality vitamins becomes not just helpful but necessary. These vitamins are not quick fixes, they are the building blocks of renewed vitality and function when used correctly and in harmony. Unfortunately, this is where many men unknowingly sabotage their progress. The most common mistake is assuming that any vitamin supplement off a store shelf or online listing will suffice. They might grab a cheap multivitamin or a discounted men's health label without realizing that not all supplements are created equal. The form, quality, and dosage of vitamins determine whether the body can actually absorb and use them. What looks like a good deal on paper may provide little to no benefit or worse, interfere with the body's natural processes. Take vitamin B12. For example, most conventional supplements use a synthetic form called cyanocobalamin. This form requires conversion in the liver to become usable, a process that many older adults cannot perform efficiently. The more bioavailable and effective version is methylcobalamin, which is ready for the body to use immediately and supports neurological and energy functions far more reliably. Men who continue using cyanocobalamin may never see the full benefits of B12. Despite consistent intake, vitamin poses a similar issue. Many inexpensive brands use vitamin D2, which is not as potent or well utilized by the body as vitamin D3. D3 is the preferred form because it more effectively raises and maintains optimal blood levels of the vitamin. Using D2 may lead to a false sense of security, thinking you're supplementing adequately when, in fact, your body is still starved for the version it needs most. Then there's vitamin E. The vitamin E found in many low-cost supplements is synthetic and incomplete, often consisting only of alpha-tocopherol. While alpha-tocopherol is important, the body needs a full spectrum of tocopherols and tocotrienols, other components of natural vitamin E, to fully support testosterone regulation and vascular health. Synthetic versions miss this complexity entirely, leading to subpar results and wasted effort. Even when men do choose the correct forms of these vitamins, another significant mistake can still derail their progress. Inconsistency. The human body, particularly after age 60, doesn't respond well to sporadic support. You can't take supplements for a few days, skip a week, then resume and expect results. Blood flow, hormone levels, and energy metabolism require consistent and sustained nourishment. The body needs time to rebuild depleted reserves, repair damaged tissues, and restore equilibrium. Skipping doses or quitting early short-circuits this healing process, leaving men frustrated and skeptical that anything truly works. The better solution is to approach supplementation as a long-term investment in health. Commit to using high-quality, bioavailable forms of these essential vitamins. Make them part of your daily routine, not as a quick fix but as a foundational strategy for rebuilding strength from within. This steady approach allows the body to heal, replenish, and re-energize in a way that pharmaceuticals often can't. And while results may not appear overnight, many men begin to notice subtle but powerful changes within a few weeks. More energy in the morning, improved focus, increased interest in intimacy, and a general feeling of being more alive. The combination of vitamin D, B12, and E is not a miracle cure, but it is a science-backed, physiology-aligned approach that addresses the root systems driving male vitality. When used together, they don't just fill nutritional gaps, they rebuild the engine of manhood at the circulatory, cellular, and hormonal level. Revitalizing male vitality after 60 doesn't require a drastic life overhaul or a medicine cabinet full of complicated prescriptions. In fact, the most effective path forward is often the simplest. The goal is to create a realistic, sustainable daily rhythm, one that aligns with your body's needs and supports your energy, circulation, and hormone balance consistently. A solid vitality routine doesn't have to be overwhelming, it just needs to be purposeful, practical, and rooted in science-backed habits that work harmoniously with your biology. Each morning is a new opportunity to set the tone for your entire day. Start by drinking a full glass of water as soon as you wake up. Hydration first thing in the morning helps kickstart your metabolism, awaken your body, and prepare your system for nutrient absorption. Alongside this, take your vitamin B12 with a protein-rich breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, or a lean meat option like turkey bacon provides the necessary protein to stabilize your energy and support cognitive function. Pairing vitamin B12 with breakfast ensures optimal absorption and helps deliver that early mental clarity and physical stamina you need to face the day. After breakfast, spend at least 15 minutes outdoors for a light walk. This serves multiple functions. Gentle movement gets the blood flowing, helps with joint mobility, and stimulates mood-enhancing endorphins. Most importantly, morning sunlight exposure triggers your skin to naturally produce vitamin D. Even on overcast days, some UV rays still get through, and that light exposure makes a noticeable difference in how alert and energized you feel. However, if you live in an area with long winters or minimal sun, it's wise to take a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement with your first meal to maintain consistent levels. This avoids the seasonal dips in mood and energy that so many older adults mistakenly attribute solely to aging. Lunchtime presents another simple opportunity to fuel your system with targeted nutrition. A small handful of almonds or sunflower seeds gives your body a natural source of vitamin E, an essential antioxidant that protects blood vessels and supports testosterone levels. Drizzle a bit of oil on your salad or vegetables. That healthy fat not only contributes additional vitamin E but also enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, including both D and E. These seemingly minor additions, some nuts, a bit of oil, have outsized effects when performed consistently. Consistency is the quiet force behind all real transformation. You don't need exotic ingredients, dozens of supplements, or an exhaustive schedule. You need rhythm. A body that receives steady, daily support responds with better resilience, clearer thinking, and more reliable energy. There's something powerful about waking up each day knowing you're doing something, however small, to care for your strength, presence, and health. In fact, this commitment is what separates short-term efforts from lasting change. It's about reclaiming agency, not through struggle, but through intelligent, doable steps that fit into everyday life. Men often believe that improving their vitality requires monumental change, but the truth is that the most effective results often come from steady, deliberate action. This is not about trying to be 25 again. It's about being fully alive at 60, 70, and beyond, alert, passionate, and present. And it all begins with habits that are easy to repeat and hard to forget once you feel the difference. The routine becomes not just maintenance, but a source of daily empowerment. It's important to remember that while supplements play a central role, they are not magic pills. What matters just as much as the nutrients themselves is the quality and form in which they are delivered. Vitamin needs to be in the D3 form. Vitamin B12 should be methylcobalamin. Vitamin E must be the natural, full-spectrum version that includes both tocopherols and tocotrienols. Cheap, synthetic vitamins won't provide the same results because the body either can't absorb them properly or can't use them efficiently. You're not just swallowing capsules. Your fueling system's your energy engine, your circulatory network, your hormonal command center. What you're truly doing is saying yes to being present in your life again. When your circulation is strong, your muscles oxygenated, and your hormones balanced, you're not just physically healthier, you're more confident, more mentally sharp, and more engaged with your relationships. You laugh more easily. You listen more closely. You feel the quiet pride of knowing that you're taking care of your body not just for yourself, but for those who count on your presence. That kind of well-being radiates far beyond physical function. It becomes a source of renewed identity and self-respect. This vitality plan is not about chasing youth, it's about owning your years and doing so with clarity, energy, and dignity. And perhaps most importantly, it's about proving to yourself that it's not too late. It never was. There's a myth that aging inevitably brings decline, disconnection, and desirelessness. But the real story is that your body often just needs the right tools to turn back on systems that have gone quiet from neglect, not from failure. By supplying those tools in the right forms and with steady intention, you're not just managing aging, you're actively shaping how you live it. You don't need a perfect routine. You need one that's yours, anchored in the fundamentals, easy to follow, and meaningful enough to stick with. You need a glass of water and a B12 in the morning, a walk in the sunlight, a handful of almonds at lunch. You need to choose a D3 and not a D2. Methylcobalamin, not cyanocobalamin. Natural E, not synthetic fillers. And you need to keep showing up for your health not with frustration or overwhelm, but with the steady conviction that your body is worth the effort. Because it is. Every man has a different starting point, a different set of challenges, but all share a common truth: the potential to feel more alive is still within reach. The steps are clear, the tools are simple, the results are real, and every day you take those steps, no matter how small, you build toward a stronger, more energized version of yourself, not someday today.